In this episode, we are going to take a look at a new book that I picked up, and I'm super excited to crack this open. It is The Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. Ooh, shiny. Stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this episode, we are going to take a look at a book that I'm super excited to look at, and that is The Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. Now, there have been a few encyclopedias that have been released over the last couple years, and from what I've seen, they are all awesome. I don't know where this book falls within that series. This might be the beginning of a new series I'll be collecting, or this could be just a good standalone book. Either way, I'm super excited to take a look at it. I mean, it looks like it covers everything from the OG Zelda game to hopefully Breath of the Wild, so we can get a good scope of everything in between. I mean, it's still wrapped in the plastic, so I have not had a chance to crack it open, and I've been excited to do this with you guys. So hopefully it's good, and I hope you enjoy this. So without further ado, let's take a look. Okay, folks, here we go. And before we get started, I'm sorry about the glare. Hopefully the pages aren't super glossy and we won't get this same glare, but yeah, like I've pointed out many times before, I'm just a guerrilla YouTuber using what I have at my disposal, so I don't have the fancy lights and all that stuff or a fancy camera to use for these types of videos. So one day, hopefully. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to look at The Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. Now, it's been a while since I've looked at books here on the channel. I used to do a lot of gaming book videos, and I used to shoot them from the top down like this, and then I changed cameras, and then I wasn't able to do it like this, and blah blah blah. I would hold it up to the screen, and I was not happy with the result of those. So now we're shooting it from the top down again, and hopefully we can bask in the glory of this book, because I think it's going to be super awesome. I will not show you the back because it just gives you an example of some of the pages, and we are going to dive in and look at the pages themselves in a second. But this was put out by Dark Horse Comics, and they have been doing some awesome books. They have the whole series of the Masters of the Universe books, and just they have done some great encyclopedias and guidebooks and handbooks, and yeah, might have to, there we go. Here we go. Look at this, a Hyrule map. I don't know to which generation of Hyrule this is, but it looks great. Look at this, some monsters down here. Here's a dragon. Cool. Now, I'm not super versed in Legend of Zelda. I mean, I know the high points. Look at this. Awesome artwork. I know the high points. I love the series. What I've played, I love the characters. I just came in and out of the series of games throughout the decades and just have not played them all. So I can see right here has a list of all the games, so because they give credit to Nintendo, and it has all the release years. And I'm happy to say it goes from 1986 to 2017 with Breath of the Wild. So yeah, super awesome about that. It's gone through a lot of printings, I can tell that. So this was first released in 2018. And I just picked this up. It was at Walmart of all places and on rollback. So got it for a lot cheaper than what the list price was. So look at this. Timeline of key releases. So this is just the game releases
has their North American release, their Japanese release, what system they appeared on. And we won't go over every single one, but this is a neat page. Great way to start. But it does not have Breath of the Wild on this. This ends at 2016 with the Twilight Princess HD release. I don't even see Hyrule Warriors on here. They are presented in release in North America. Interesting. Here we go with the different timelines. Starting with Skyward Sword on down, and then where it splits with the hero defeated and the hero triumphant. And unfortunately, I don't see Breath of the Wild on here. Hopefully they do a follow-up book, so I don't have to buy this a second time. Anyway, we have it all written out here. I can't wait to read that. We got the Hylia and Hero of Time, Hero Defeated, Child Timeline, Adult Timeline. The pages are very thick and nice. The artwork is beautiful. And yeah, we'll just jump around because I don't want this to be like a 2-hour video. But we got the Myth, Hylia, the Triforce, the Origin of Hyrule and the Hylians, Kingdom of Hyrule. Here we got Princess Zelda. Look at this, all the different incarnations of her. That's great. Then Link. The Paths of the Hero. That is one thing. I mean, the timeline is staggering, and I'm glad it's all written out here for me to read about. But there's something so classical about the whole three souls intertwined throughout history, different realities, just the whole fable of it is awesome, and I love it. It's amazing that he started out as the little pig villain here and then ends up as this one and then this one. I mean, this little pig guy turns into this big pig guy, but is this guy in between. Different spirits, ancient dragons, fairies. Very cool. Let's speed through some of this. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. Because the one thing I'm super... The hero who became a wolf. Very cool. Oops. There we go. Let's try to get this all back in camera. Shot again. But Wolf Link here. Man, I cannot wait to read this. Awesome. Got the different fishes. And I'm sorry I have a hang up with the Breath of the Wild, but dudes and dudettes, that is hands down one of my favorite games of all time. Not just Zelda game, not just Nintendo game, any game of all time. Breath of the Wild, just, it is perfect. And I cannot wait for Breath of the Wild 2. From what I've seen, the trailer of it, I mean, yeah, it looks fantastic. The Koroks, the Rito, cool, the different races. And of course, a lot of these are from games I haven't played, so it's going to be great to read about them without being the bad gamer playing the good games that I am known to be. There's Animals of Hyrule. Wow, what game are they in? Skyloft, so I guess Skyward Sword. That dude is cute. Look at this monkey. Look at this dude. Different fish? Wow. Insects? Sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera again. I apologize. Wow. And I just want to say thank you if you have stuck through the almost 10 minutes of this so far. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not delving into it entirely. I mean, we do not have the time or the fortitude to do that. And I thank you for watching so far. Look at this, all the different Master Swords, but yeah, this book is awesome. The shields. I'll tell you what, Spirit of the Wild needs its own book because of all the different weapons and shields and armor you can get. If they're going to break it down like this, yeah, it it would need its own book. Slingshot, hook shots, rupees. And I love how, like, on this, they include, like, OG artwork. This is just a great time capsule for The Legend of Zelda. Monsters and demons. Now, this is what I came here for. Monsters of many kinds. Beast, birds, reptiles, plants and insects, skeletons, ghosts, and corpses, soldiers and possessed armor, soft-bodied and gelatinous monsters, inorganics, and machines. Got the origins of evil, blends, stalls, octos, choo-choos. Oh, wish there was a little bit more about that. Look at this. Here's different towns and villages as they appeared in the games. There's different items that appeared in the games. Oh my goodness. And if you think I should be investing in time to look at each individual thing, all I can say is you need to make the investment and get this book, because so far I am super impressed with it, and I think you will be too. Wow. Like I've said before, I cannot wait to dive in and look at this page after page. We've got dungeons. Wow. Broken down by each game. Enemies and monsters. Here we go. Each one laid out here. By game. This is impressive. Little write-ups on each one. Yeah, this section I'm going to have a blast reading through. Man, we are only, sorry about that, we are only halfway through this book. Sorry about that. Keep bumping the camera. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I've been saying that a lot, but that's all I can say because this is a great book. Look, there's Skull Kid within the different games. Sorry for any background noise you may hear. That is the washer in spin cycle mode. And like I've said before, it is a laundry room. It's not just a shtick. It's the real deal. Archives, information and notes on each game. Wow! The pictures from the original manual. Oh my goodness, the maps? Wow. Love this artwork. Love it. Character relationship flowcharts. Look at that. How they storybook the games. Looks like Mario. The 49 Islands of the Great Sea, that's neat. Wow. This is an amazing book. I've wanted it for a while, and yeah, just the price is a little steep, so very lucky I found it at Walmart for a very great price. So check your Walmarts. I mean, they might have it on rollback at yours, or it's just my town where, yeah, people probably don't read that much, and a lot of the books were on rollback, which was good for me because I got a bunch of books for me and the kids, and oh, there I go, bumping the camera again. So that was a good shopping day. And this has been sitting here for a little bit, and I've just been waiting on a time to just take a gander at this with you guys. Oh, crossbow training game. The Amiibos. It has Breath of the Wild ones here. Mario Kart. Sonic Lost World. Wow, I never knew that Link was in that. Soul Calibur, the Super Smash Brother games. There's Hyrule Warriors. The Tingle series, yes! And even more games. But unfortunately, unless it's... Oh, promotional materials. Wow. And I don't mean to harp, but would have loved to see more Breath of the Wild in this. There's an interview. Enjoy, I sure did. So hopefully they come out with like a appendix or something that just covers Breath of the Wild. Oh, this was just a insert here. I'm gonna put it in the back of the book. But yes, as you can see, the original price was 40 bucks, and yeah, that's not too bad, but I was able to get this for half price, and I was super happy with that. So anyway, just a quick skim through this. From what I can see, I recommend it. If they come out with another one with Breath of the Wild added to it, I might have to wait for that to be a super discounted price, because I don't see paying double for the same book. But I hope they come out with like a sequel just with Breath of the Wild, or maybe they'll wait for the next anniversary and put out one with the games that come after these. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And, oh look, doing the Triforce. Back to me.
Like I said, back to me. And let me just apologize for the lighting real quick, because we're just having some light issues here in the laundry room, and I gotta do some maintenance work, but I just haven't gotten to it because it just happened recently. So anyway, that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little flip through the Legend of Zelda Encyclopedia. I'm just the smallest bit disappointed that Breath of the Wild was not included, but with how big Breath of the Wild is, and from what this book covers, it might need its own volume, and I'll have to look around to see if there's one out, or if there's one being planned on being released. So, for what it is, and for what games it does cover, this book looks awesome. Now, of course, we just looked at it for the first time together, so I've not been able to dive in deeper, but just from what I can see, I recommend this book to any Legend of Zelda fan out there. And yeah, Nintendo fan, what have you. I mean, this just looks like a nice, great book. And I have the Mario Encyclopedia, and this will go great right next to it. And like the Mario one, or I should say like this one, the Mario one does not have Odyssey in it. And again, like Breath of the Wild, Odyssey was just such a big game with so much to it. It might have to have its own release, just like Breath of the Wild should. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here, and you enjoyed this, or any of the episodes that YouTube recommends down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad, and stay dorky!